They will start a new lesson, banking, the business of receiving and safeguarding and lending of money is called banking. There are different functions of banking. When we hear the word banking or when we see bank, the first thing comes in our mind, that is depositing money or withdrawing money. In general, when people have spare money, we don't keep this money with us, which may risk of losing it. So this money can be deposited, excess money or spare money that is deposited in the bank, and bank will be safeguarding the money as well as it gives interest, excess money. When you withdraw the money, whatever you are deposited, along with that some extra money you are getting, that is interest. We call it as interest. So bank and banking, the functions of bank is known as banking. Receiving money from depositors, different banks have got different type of schemes to attract people. So the first type of getting money, that is current account, which is mainly operated by business people or establishments. What is the meaning current? Running. Money is just depositing. As many times in a day you can deposit as it comes, and as many times you can withdraw also. So the second type is saving. And who is saving money? The surplus money or a spare money we save in a bank. Usually we get our income once in a month or at the most twice in a month or once in a week. So whatever you need it for your expenses, that you keep it with, we keep it with us, and the remaining money we keep it in the bank, we deposit in the bank. So that is saving bank account. Any individual can open a saving bank account. Then the third type is fixed deposit. Fixed deposit means certain amount of money is deposited in a bank for a certain period of time. Let us say I have 1 lakh rupees spare with me. I'm not going to do anything with that money. What I do is I open a fixed deposit account and deposit 1 lakh rupees in a bank, which in return I am getting interest after a year. A period can be mentioned 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So that is fixed deposit. Next, the fourth one is recurring account, RC, recurring account, or cumulative account, cumulative account, RC or cumulative, recurring account or cumulative. What is this? A recurring or cumulative, the word meaning itself is giving you the clear picture. A certain amount is depositing every month for a fixed period of time. Let us take 1000 rupees is deposited for 1 year, that is 12 installments, 1 year. So first month 1000 rupees is depositing, second month also 1000 rupees is deposited, third month, like this 12 months, 12 installments are paid. After 12 months you are getting not only 1000 into 12 plus an interest on this money deposited. 1000 into 12 is the money you are depositing. In addition to this, you will be getting an interest, that is 1000 into 12 plus how to calculate the interest. That is what we are going to learn in this chapter. Though there are different type of accounts, in your syllabus we have only the recurring account or cumulative account. Now let us see how to calculate this interest. Along with the interest, the money deposited you are getting, this is known as maturity value. The maturity value of your deposit is the actual amount deposited plus the interest on your deposit. Now let us take an example. The same amount you can see it. That is, let us take it a deposit of 1000 rupees for 3 years. 3 years. And if the bank is giving a rate of interest 8% per annum, bank is giving an interest at the rate of 8% per annum. Find the matured value, that is after 3 years what will be the amount the person who is depositing or who is holding this account getting the money, that is called matured value. How do we calculate this one? 3 years means the total installments paid is 3 into 12, that is 36 installments. 36 installments are paid, and each installment is, that is principal is equal to 1000. Principal is equal to 1000. Now first installment paid 1000 rupees is with bank for 36 months. Second installment paid with bank will be for 35 months. Like this, the last installment 1000 rupees is paid with bank only for 1 month. So each month you are depositing, on that you are getting the interest towards the end of this term period, that is 3 years. So how do we calculate the interest? We have learned how to calculate the interest by simple interest formula. There is a simple interest formula, you all know. What is a simple interest formula? Simple interest formula is PTR upon 100. Interest is equal to PTR upon 100. Here we have P is equal to 1000, R is equal to 8%, but the time differs. The first deposit time is 36 months, that is 3 years. Second deposit is 35 months, and the last deposit is only for 1 month. Now let us see. The first deposit interest is known as I1, that is 1000 into T. 36 months means 36 by 12 into 8 upon 100. This is I1. I2 is the interest on the second deposit. Again apply the same formula. 1000 into here 35 by 12 into 8 upon 100. I3 is the interest earned on the third deposit, that is also again 1000 into Third deposit will be with the bank only for 34 months. 34 upon 12 into 8 upon 100. Like this, the last deposit is I 36. 36 is equal to 1000 into 1 upon 12 into 8 upon 100. So here the total interest will be I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus up to I36. If it is 1, I1, I2, I3, we can easily simply calculate and add it. But when it comes 36 times, addition become, let us see how this addition is carried out. Total interest is I, that is I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus last I36. That is equal to 1000 into 36 by 12 into 8 upon 100 plus 1000 into 35 upon 12 into 8 upon 100 plus dash 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 plus 30,000 into 3,000 into 34 by not 34, sorry, 30. Last one is only for 1 month. 1 upon 12 into 8 upon 100. Now look at this statement. There are 36 values are added. Out of this 36, there are certain terms are common. The common terms are 1000 is common, 1000 by 100 is common, into 1 by 12 is also common, into 8. The remaining is 36 plus 35 plus next one is 1 plus 1, last one. Now this will be 1000 upon 100 into 1 by 12 into 8. The bracket is the sum total of 36 first natural numbers. Look at the bracket. Bracket is sum total of 36 first natural numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. First we'll see how to find out the sum total of n natural numbers. Sum total of first n natural numbers can be found by a formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. So in this case, what is n? First n natural number sum total is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. N is 36 into 37 divided by 2. This is the sum total of 36 natural number, first 36 natural numbers. Now look, this that is 1000 into 1000 upon 100 into 1 by 12 into 8 into 36 into 37 divided by 2. So out of this we know that 8 is the rate, this is 1000 is principal, P into R into the remaining term is P into R into remaining term in this calculation of interest is P into T into R. P we have 1000, R we have 8, so the T value and this 100 is also there. Now the value of T is becoming time. Time is becoming 36 into 37 divided by 2 into 12. This is the value of time in calculation. Now we have got the final interest by calculating this. But what is T here? Time, though it is given 3 years, that 1000 rupees is deposited every month. It is not that the 36,000 is deposited for 3 years every month. So the time calculation is here 36 into 37 divided by 2 into 12. So we come back to the formula. Time is calculated n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12. N into n plus 1 divided by 2 is the sum total of first n natural number. So depending on the value of n, we can calculate the time period, that is n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12. In this case n is 36, so we get cancel this 1000 and 100 cancel, 1000, this is cancel, 12, this 12 and 36 cancel, that is 3. Then what else is cancelling? Here we are cancelling this 8 and 2, that is 4. So 10 is what is left out? 10 into 12 into 37. 10 into 12 into 37, that become 4440. This is the interest on this total deposit. 36 months, after 36 months, the interest earned is 4440. See, the total maturity value is deposit plus maturity value is equal to deposit plus interest. So what is deposit? 36 into 1000 plus 4440. Adding this, you get the total maturity value, that is 36,000 plus 4,440 is 40,440 is the final answer. 40,440. This is an example, so we can derive the general formula. General formula can be derived to get the interest in a cumulative deposit is P into R into T upon 100. What is T? T is n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12. So here we write the formula to calculate the interest. The calculation of the interest is here. Interest can be calculated by the formula interest is calculated by the formula here P into R into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into 100. It's an important formula. Calculation of interest in a recurring deposit is P stands for the monthly installment, R stands for the rate of interest offered, and n is how many installments are there. The previous example what we had done, n value is 36. N into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into 100. Now the maturity value is equal to, maturity value is installment into n plus interest. Maturity value is installment into n. Each installment is P. P is each installment into n plus I. So this is the general formula derived to find out the value of maturity value. Hope all are clear. Now let us see another question. Another question here. Sahil deposit, you may note down, Sahil deposit 300 rupees per month in a recurring, Sahil deposit 300 rupees per month in a recurring account for 1.5 years. 300 rupees. So principal is 300, P is equal to 300, and time is 1.5 year. 1.5 year is how many months? 18 months. 1 year 12, 12 plus 6, 18 months. So, and further, if the rate of interest is 10%, rate is equal to 10%, calculate the amount that Sahil will receive at the end of 1.5 years. Amount that Sahil will receive at the end of, that is maturity value, amount received at the end of 1.5 year means maturity value you have to calculate. So here 18 is n, this is equal to n. Now let us directly put the value of these P, N and R in the formula to get the value of interest. Interest is equal to, formula we have P into R into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into 100. This is 300 into R is 10 into 18 into 19 divided by 2 into 12 into 100. This calculation, we get the answer will be getting, what else is cancelling, 18 and 12, this is 2, this is 3, then 5, this will be 3 into 10 into 3 into 19 divided by 2 into 2. This 10 and 2 cancel, this is 5. What is left out is 15 into 3 into 15 into 3 into 15 into 3 into 19 divided by 2. 15 into 9 into 15 into 3 into 19 divided by 2, that is 45 into 19 divided by 2. 45 into 19 divided by 2 is getting as I value, which is equal to 45 into 19, that become 855 divided by 2, that is equal to getting 427, 427.50, 427.50. See, whenever you do this, an important point, whenever you do commercial mathematics, money related questions, it has to be up to 2 decimal places. Don't leave the answer of 427.5. It should be 427.50, 427.50. So this is the interest. Now maturity value, you have to calculate the maturity value. How to calculate the maturity value? Maturity value is equal to deposit plus interest. Maturity value is deposit plus interest. Deposit is, what is the deposit? 300 rupees each month. 300 into 18 plus 427.50. 427.50. 300 into 18 is equal to 5400. 5400 plus 427.50. That is the final answer, 5827.50. The final matured value Sahil will be getting 5827.50. That's the answer. Now we'll do another question. There, the question is like this: you have to find out the rate. In this question, what is mentioned is the interest total earned is given, and the monthly installment is given, and time period is given. Time period, monthly installment, and the total interest received, that is also given. You have to find out the rate of interest. What is the rate of interest getting? Now look at the question is, the principal is, monthly installment is 600 rupees, and 600 rupees is depositing in a recurring account for 4 years time. 4 years will be giving 4 into 12. 4 into 12 is equal to 48 installments are paid. So n value is 48. And he gets, someone who is depositing 600 rupees every month for 4 years will be getting an interest of 5880 rupees. 5880 rupees at the time of maturity. Find the rate. You have to calculate the rate. You have to calculate. Interest formula we have. Interest is equal to PTR upon 100. T we know that n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12. That is P into n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R. This is 6600 into n value is 48 into 49 into R divided by here also into 100. 2 into 12 into 100. Interest is already given, 5880. Do the cancellation. All zeros, 100. Then 6 and 12 cancel, 2. 2 and 48, 24. 24 and 2, 12. So 5880 divided by 12 into 49 is equal to R. The value of R we are getting by simplifying 5880 divided by 2 into 49. This number also cancelling with the 5880 is cancelling with 49, and that is getting, this is getting 120, and 120 and 12 cancel, that is R is equal to getting 10. R is equal to 10 is the answer. So the rate of interest in this case we are getting 10%. Look at this question, the same formula is applied. Only thing is, it is given that the total interest earned after 4 years is given, and principal time, when the time is given 4 years, don't take it t is equal to 4. First you convert that one into months, 48 months, that 48 months, that is n. Further it is calculated the value of t, n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12. So P is 600, 600 into n, 48 into 49 divided by 2 into 12 into R divided by 100, which is given 5880. And further simplifying the step, we are getting R is equal to 10. So this is how we find out the rate. Okay, let us going for another question. There the installment is not given, p value is not given, let us see how to simplify such questions. P value is not given. Listen, the question is here. There is a deposit, certain amount is depositing, certain amount, the monthly installment is not mentioned, certain amount is deposited for 2 years, 2 years at 2 years at 6% per annum interest. If we get 1200 rupees as interest, 1200 as interest at the end of 2 years, you have to find, there are two parts. First part is monthly installment, installment you have to find. Second one is amount of maturity value, amount of maturity value. Total interest is given, p value is not given. So n is equal to 2 into 12 is 24, r is equal to 6, and p we don't know, I is equal to 1200. We have the formula for I is equal to PRT divided by 100, that is P into R, 6 into 24 into 25 divided by 2 into T value, 2 into 12 upon 100. I value is already given 1200. 1200 is equal to this. 6 and 12 cancel. 2, 24 and 2 and 4, 6. That is 150 by P into 6 into 25. Yes, 20. This will be also cancelling. This is 4. This is 4 P into 6 by 4. So P is equal to 1200 into 4 divided by 6. 200 into 4 is equal to P is equal to 800. So the monthly installment is 800. Monthly installment is 800. How many installments are made? 2 years, 24 installments. So maturity value is equal to, second part, first part answer we got it. This is first part answer. Second part answer is maturity value. Maturity value is equal to 800 into 24 plus interest. Interest is 1200. 800 into 24 is 800 into 24. That is 19200 plus 1200 is equal to 20,400 is interest. Now you see, in this question we have learned how to calculate the principal or installment. So it covers almost every type of questions, that is how to calculate the interest, how to calculate the maturity value, if the rate of interest is not given, how to find out the rate of interest, and in this question we have learned how to calculate the installment. Each installment how to calculate. So it's a simple formula, application of the formula of calculating the interest PTR upon 100 or PRT upon 100, where only the difficult level is, it's not difficult, The calculation part is time calculation. Time period is given, first you convert that into months, then that become n. Time will become n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12.